Now this is going to be very similar to the last section, except now we've got 2 or more inequalities we'll have to graph. Now this first one, we start at positive 2, our slope is 3, so we'll go up 3 over 1. You could just go down 3 over negative 1 as well. And notice it's a less than, so it'll be a dashed line. Now we need to figure out our shading. And so if we come over and you can test the point 0, 0, we'll get 0 is less than 3 times 0 plus 2, or 0 less than 2. It's true, so we'll be shading this side. Now if we use green on this one, we start at positive 3. Our slope is negative 2, so down 2 over 1. Notice this will be a solid line. And now when we test 0, 0 here, we'll have 0 less than or equal to negative 2 times 0 plus 3, or 0 less than 3, which is once again true. So we would shade this side of the green line. But we want where there's answers to both of these, or where we have both of the colors intersect. So it'll be everywhere in here. And on your homework, make sure that your final answer, this final area, is the part that's shaded the darkest. So it may help to have colored pencils with you. Now we just have to pick out 2 solutions that are ordered pair. So one option, we could always go with 0, 0. We already used that. Any point that's in that blue area works. So we could also go with, let's say, 1, 1. Because notice it's on a solid line. It counts. Same idea here, but now we've got to get each of them solved for y. So let's start with this one. When we graph it, we start at 3, and down 3 over 2. It's a dashed line. And notice on this one, if we picked 0, 0, we would have 0 greater than 6, which is false. So we actually would shade this side. And now for this one. Start at 2/3 and go down 1 over 3. Notice this is a solid line. And if we tested the point 0, 0, we'd have 0 less than or equal to 2, which is true. So we would shade this side. So then the area that they overlap or have in common is this little triangle in here. So 2 solutions. We could use 4, negative 2. We could also use 5, negative 3. Same idea. And notice on this one, once again, if we tested 0, 0, we have 0 less than 2, so we want this side. And with the green, once again, if we tested 0, 0, we'd have 0 is less than or equal to 1, which is true. So the part where we've got both colors is actually going to be everything to this side of that green line. So, two possible solutions. You could have our 0, 0, and negative 1 and negative 5 is also clearly in that blue. Solving for y. Keep in mind 3/2 is 1 1/2. Solid line. Notice if we tested 0, 0, we would have 0 less than or equal to 3. So this side. Solving this other one for y. Now if we test 0, 0 on this one, we'll have 0 greater than 16, which is false. So you would shade this side. So now what area do they have in common? Well, they have no area in common. So our answer is no solution. Now, even though there's more inequalities, it works the same way. So let's start by getting our y by itself. And if we test our 0, 0 here, we'll have 0 less than or equal to 2, which is true. So then for this one, we want to shade under, and I'm just going to write the words now so that there's not quite as much shading going on. So now for this one, notice our slope is 1, our y-intercept is 0. Now for the red, we can't test 0, 0, but we can test, let's go with 1, 0. And in this case, we have 0 greater than or equal to 1, which is false. So we want to shade above this line. This green, if you don't like under, you can put left, if that helps you. Now this last one, this is just going to be a vertical line at x equals -2, and it'll be a straight up and down solid line. We want x to be bigger than this, so you want to shade to our right. So we need to the right of the green, right of the blue, left of the green, and above the red. That leaves us with this fun area in here, this little triangle. So two solutions could be -1, 1, and we could do -2, 0 would work. Now our last one is going to work the same way. This first one, it's already in slope-intercept form for us. And for this one, if we test 0, 0, we'll have 0 greater than -2, which is true. So we want to the left of this, of the green. Now the red, get y by itself, so divide both sides by 2. So your y-intercept is 0, slope is 1/2. And we can't test 0, 0, so let's go ahead and just test 1, 0. If we test 1, 0, we'll have 2 times 0 is less than or equal to 1, so 0 less than or equal to 1 is true, so this one will be below. And then this last one, if we test 0, 0, we'll have 0 greater than negative 4, which is true. So we want above. So once again, the area that we're going to have all of these is this little triangle in here. And so, two solutions could be 0, 0 for one of them. And we could have negative 1, negative 1.